What's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead versus matchup, viewer requested by Syrian. This one is going to be Merle versus Tyreese. Alright, so this is a matchup that we never got to see in the Walking Dead TV series and never will, but it's fun to talk about anyway. A lot of people wanted to see it, thumbed it up, so decided I would do it. Some people like the versus matchup videos, some people don't. Totally cool. I think they're fun just to kind of talk about who I think would win if it was to go down between either two comic book characters, Walking Dead characters, whatever, and who would survive, who would be the victor. So it all really comes down to that in the end anyway, survival. So, these two characters, obviously, huge influence in The Walking Dead Season 3. Merle even had a pretty big influence in the first season, too, I guess, because it was kind of a short season. Tyreese is going to have a huge influence going forward, probably. We know he's going to be a season regular for Season 4. So he's going to be, like an A-list character in a lot of scenes, all that kind of stuff. Will be around for quite a few, and we'll see if he makes it into Season 5 and forward. I would think he'd probably be good to stick around for a couple seasons. That being said, though, let's go down with their abilities, and so we can match these two up and come up with who we think would win. So, first thing to say with Tyreese. So let's start with Tyreese. Why not? We are introduced to him about halfway through The Walking Dead Season 3. What do we know about him this one? Well, we know he's tough, hand-to-hand. We've seen him take down Alan with relative ease. We know he's an ex-football player. He's big. I don't think he's as tall as Merle, but he's pretty stocky. He's wide. Probably physically stronger than Merle, I would have to say, although maybe not as good technically as a fighter. And definitely not as good with firearms, that's for sure. He's a terrible shot. We've seen it already. Definitely going to have to improve that if he wants to be a good member of Rick's group with the prison and everything. Got to be able to shoot, otherwise you're going to be useless. He misses like crazy, so definitely not good with a gun, but is good with his patented hammer that he uses, and is big, so can take walkers down very easily, can hammer them with the axe, everything like that, and is really good against them, is really tough against walkers. How would he do against Merle? Not very well. I don't think so. I think Merle would trash him, absolutely trash him, because if you think about it, first, right off the bat, Merle is a fantastic shot. I mean, fantastic. Even with one hand, he is way better of a shot than Tyreese is. So in terms of like long-range fighting, you've got to give him the advantage. He's also, I think, he's trickier than Tyreese too. The things we've seen him do at the end of Season 3, luring the walkers with him, bringing that army of herd of walkers with him when he goes up against the governor. Amazing stuff. Very tricky, very interesting. Being able to hotwire a car just like that. All these different skills, these redneck skills, coming to the forefront. Tyreese doesn't have that. He just doesn't. To boot, in addition to the long range, I'd give him a mid-range advantage too. And because he's got that blade hand, he's going to have a longer reach. He's taller anyway, which would be a problem for Tyreese to deal with, even without that bayonet hand. So overall, I think this is a pretty easy one. I think Merle rolls Tyreese. Absolutely rolls him. Just no-brainer. Easy. Maybe if Merle didn't have his blade hand and it was an unarmed 1-versus-1 fight, then Tyreese might win. But I think even that'd be close, because if you remember with T-Dog in the first season, Merle handed his ass to him pretty quickly. And yeah, he did have a gun in his hand when he did it. Did use, the butt end of it. But still, T-Dog's pretty stocky too, just like Tyreese is. And he took him down without too much trouble. So I tend to think that a Season 3 hardened, badass Merle would pretty much take Tyreese down regardless. So we'll see what happens in Season 4. Maybe things will change with Tyreese. There is a storyline in the comic book series where Tyreese and Rick go fist to cuffs, or at each other over leadership and things like that, and end up fist fighting. So maybe we'll see something like that and get to see a little bit of that. But at this point, as it stands right now, I think that Merle would absolutely roll Tyreese. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.